Boys, welcome to this new video. So in this video, I'm going to be making a Lil Baby, Rylo Rodriguez beat, and I'm going to be making the drums. I'm going to be walking through exactly what I'm thinking as I'm doing things. You'll see me tweaking certain things. You'll see me adding and removing stuff, and I'm just going to be walking through that whole process in detail. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, I got this sample here, which I made with Clemsy. This sample is in a recent kit that I uploaded on YouTube. So it's not the one that I did yesterday. It's the one that I did a week before yesterday. So if you guys want to use the sample for yourself, feel free to do so. This is what it sounds like. So you get the idea. So pretty much what I'm gonna do here is I've got this pattern ready because I'm thinking I'm gonna have this section as the intro, so there's no point me cooking up over there with the vocals. So this is where it's gonna drop. I've already loaded up a few sounds, and these sounds are all from my Zin stash. So inside this kit, I've got a whole lot of samples, a whole lot of crazy stuff. This is one of my favorite samples from this kit. That's like some crazy Lil Baby shit. All got these crazy vocals in it, and that was sort of the idea behind the kit, is I wanted to include samples that stand out and that grab the listener's attention. And the vocals is an excellent way to do that. I'm gonna be using this drum stash here, and like I said, I've got these sounds already loaded up. The biggest differentiator in this entire beat is gonna be this 808. As you can hear, it sounds a bit crazy. You see, when you mess around with the octaves, you can get really, really cool results. It's something I've been doing in my beats recently, and not a lot of people really do it because they just use the spins or Zay, but I'm combining like this underground crazy 808 with the more traditional like pain, and I think it just gives it a nice contrast. I'm listening to this loop and I'm gonna find the 808 notes first of all, because if I don't get these right, the beat is gonna sound terrible. So as you can see there, I've pitched it up octaves, 2 octaves this time, just to be able to identify the notes correctly. I've got my headphones on right now, and I find it harder to figure out the notes than if I have my monitors. Normally I'd have it playing out loud with my speakers, but that would fuck up the audio quality of the video. So I'm using my headphones for this. Yeah, I've found the 808 notes, really, really normal, simple progression. If you're struggling to find them, just go into the stems. All of the samples in this kit have the stems attached to the end, same as this one, and you can just listen to the bass like that. Points. This is what I always have to do with my master. I turn off the limiter and turn the soft clipper on. Just makes everything hit harder. It means nothing's getting limited. But see, as you can hear, when it's a low octave, it sounds super crazy. So I'm gonna mess around with that definitely. I'm gonna go into the envelope here and make this the square, which means that the note plays when I want it to. So if I want it to cut here, it does that. I've got full control over when it starts and when it ends. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do something like that. And I don't like how this note comes on in here. I'm gonna delay it by a bit. Could do like, okay, that sounds bad, so I'm gonna go like that. I think does it go up? I'm not sure, so I'm gonna check this. Okay, it does. So, yep. I was thinking maybe I'll go like bang. Could do some variation. So I like to have a bit of variation between the two sections. Obviously I've copy and pasted the first bit and put it over here. But yeah, I just like to have that. I like to have a bit of variation so it switches it up and it doesn't get too boring for the listener. So I'm happy with that for now. So I've got this snare from the Zin kit as well. I like to mess around with that and add sort of filler snares rather than just doing the traditional pattern. I'm not too sure about this one, but it could be good, so I'm just gonna leave it for now and we'll see. So I've just done the 2-step. Now I'm going to turn these hi-hats up a bit and I'm going to find some good spots to do rolls. So 1/6 beat is a very good way to do rolls. It's what I like to do personally. And I like to have it going across 2 notes. So that's an example of 2 notes. If it was 1 note, it would just be like that section. But I'm doing double, and it sounds like this. I like it because the clap comes here. I always like to do this. So I'm thinking like, where would I do it? I could maybe drop this down, these down an octave, and this one all the way again. That's tough. I like that. I really like fucking around with the octaves. I think it sounds cool. It sounds like a raindrop almost. I don't know how to describe it. So I've got a little pause there as well, which grabs the listener off guard. Maybe I'll drop this. Okay, cool. So I'm going to change that snare actually. I'm also going to layer this with a clap. So I'm just going to copy this MIDI in. So now I want a filler snare as well. So something that's a bit more bouncy, something that's a bit more light than the heavy snare. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. I'm going to turn this up because it's a bit soft. Obviously on the C5 it's quite high, so that's why I put it all the way down for that one. See that snare clashes with the 808, so obviously we don't want that. So maybe I'm going to try this. Yeah, that works. Alright, cool. Now I've opened up this open hat. So I like to have an open hat on the 1, and then I also like to have another open hat playing. So I might just repeat that. No complaints as of yet. Now I've copied and pasted the 808 pad into this kick. I'm pressing Alt K, Enter, Shift D to make them smaller, and then Shift down just to put them onto the right note. And I'm going to now take out kicks that are unnecessary. I never add more kicks than there are 808s. If anything, I always take them out. So I'm going to listen to this and make that decision myself. Bang, done. I'm pretty much happy with what's happening with the drums, and I do my drums quite quickly because I don't believe in overcomplicating and overdoing it, right? At the end of the day, you're trying to impress the artist, not another producer. So it doesn't make sense for me to go too crazy with all these things, start adding too many sounds. As you can see here, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've used 8 sounds. Some of the best beats you'll hear have 4 or 5. So this is already more than enough. I'm gonna split these by channel, drag it here, and I'm gonna copy and paste these a lot. So now I'm going to add an EQ and I'm going to automate it. Pretty much what this is doing is it means that whilst the 808 is playing, it's not clashing with the lows of this loop because the 808 plays in the low frequencies. So obviously for this intro, we want the bass of the loop to be prevalent. So that's why I'm going to have this automation, which means that here it's playing with the bass, but once this is up, once this section is gray, that means the bass of the loop is cut out. So there's no clashing. I'm gonna have this section on repeat and I'm gonna do the mixing. So, first of all, I need to check the volume of the loop. Happy with that. 808. That's fine. The snare's too loud, so I like to have my snare around 3 decibels. So that's good. Clap. Obviously I'm layering this, so clap doesn't also have to be at 3. It's sort of supporting anyways. This hi-hat is kind of loud, but I do like to have my hi-hats loud, so I'll probably just leave it. Okay, I'm gonna pan this a bit to the right. Cool. Open that to the left. Alright, sweet. Now for the kick. I actually might get rid of this kick here. So as you can see, I much prefer taking kicks out than adding to it because I just think kicks are pretty intense and you don't want to make it too difficult for the artist. So that's that. Now all that's left to do is arrange this. I like to introduce elements in the second part of the hook. So I'm going to call this a hook. So obviously I do not want the kick playing at the start. I might do it like that. So I introduce the kick and the open hat a bit later. And I'll take them out for this. Okay, I don't like how the loop loses a bit of energy here because this is where the energy is meant to pick up. So I'm going to get rid of that and I want to copy and paste this bit over here and bring it over. I might keep some shit. I'm gonna have it playing for a bit more, so I might just repeat this section, dumb it down a bit in terms of the drums, and then I'll just have the outro. So that is the beat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my monitors on and I'm going to listen to it through there as a sort of VAR check, and we'll see it's all good. Passes the test. Okay, I've already noticed a problem, which I didn't hear in my headphones. The note changes here, but this continues playing. So I'm going to add a slide just so it moves up to the right note. Well, that's actually, forget that. I'm going to get rid of this here and just have a gap. Okay, so that's what I've done. And I also like doing that because you can get space and bounce from removing things, right? This little gap here actually adds more to the bounce of the 808 than if I was to have it play out completely. And I've also done that over here as well. So just like when things are coming in, when things are coming out, it helps with it. But yeah, guys, that is the tutorial. That is how I make beats for Lil Baby, for Rylo Rodriguez. If you guys enjoyed the video, please let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.